sweet sound of soca music. Isn't it addictive? You gotta love it, don't you? 961 WFM, that's what it's all about. And that voice, you're probably wondering, who is that? Because I was wondering for a while too. I like the song. And actually the name of the song is Like It, you know.
And now we can put a face to the name.
Yeah, her name is Faith Antoine. How you doing, Faith?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm blessed. Thanks for joining us here at 96 number 1. I don't know how we're getting some feedback in your headphones.
Yeah, we're getting some feedback in the headphones.
Maybe you need to turn that off. Turn the headphones off.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, you do that. A lot better now.
Yeah, that's
I wanted to know who is this little piece of thing walking inside of here,
listen to
sneaking
me,
inside of here. She must open the door.
Yeah,
I'm
son.
like, whose school child is this? I
Wait,
don't understand school in session. What is this?
Somebody not feeling well
I
today.
get that a lot, you know.
Yeah, they come to
way
work.
younger.
I'm like,
I look way younger than I am.
Yes.
I get that a lot. I'm 24, so I get 16.
You look like 16.
and as I told her with the hairstyle she's rocking today,
Schoolgirl.
clearly,
Yeah.
folks, wait till you all check out the interview on our YouTube channel, TTRN. Make sure and log on and subscribe.
Such a cutie.
Faith,
Thank you.
you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you very much.
For those who don't know who you are, where you come from, give us a little insight as to who is Faith Antoine.
All right. I'm actually Canadian-born, Trinidadian roots.
Oh.
Yeah. So I came over here to do some soca. I grew up in Canada. Stayed in Tobago for a little while as a child. What did I do? I opened for Morgan Heritage, age 15. I won Honey Jam 2009, which is a competition also where Nelly Furtado has been on and Julie Black. So I won that in 2009. I did the Reggae Festival alongside Maxi Priest and Shaggy, age 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. My father's a musician. He's a singer.
I was going to say where it came from. I was wondering.
They are so cute. He's here with her today.
Yeah. I saw Daddy
he's here to
chaperoning.
support me.
Yeah,
Making sure everything goes smooth.
Yeah.
I like that. Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
So-
Please have his support.
While in Canada, what type of music what genre of music were you dabbling in at that point in time? Was it?
I do a lot of R&B and hip hop.
Okay.
Originally, I grew up with a lot of soca and calypso in the
Of course,
household,
yeah.
so it kind of tends to come out like when I write hip hop and R&B in the studio in Canada. People are like, I kind of hear a Caribbean influence in the studio, and they're telling me, and I'm like, yeah, well, that's my roots. So I like how it comes out in the hip hop and the R&B. So I figured that it's only right that I come here and contribute to the soca industry.
Definitely.
And since my roots are here, it's my home here.
So tell us about the song, Like It. Produced by whom? Or do you pen your own lyrics?
Well, what happened with Like It, I was actually introduced to Mill Beats through JW. He actually hooked that up. And we decided to go in the studio. I called him up. I said, listen, I have this melody. And I called him on the phone. I said, Mill, I have this melody. Da 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 da. And he's like, yo, that's real bad. So I know he has an ear. He has an ear for good stuff. And when he took that and he went and did what he did with it, put his music to it, just came out mad. We pulled in some writers, some of the best. We pulled in Jabulani. We pulled in Dale Ryan.
Yeah.
Just all came together, vibed on that, and it came out like that. So I was really happy to get that vibe.
You dealt with some very talented brothers there from
Yeah, very
Mill Beats. I know Jabulani, Dale, those guys, trust me, when they get in studio and start to brainstorm.
Energy,
Yeah.
Positive energy, and that's how I like to work. I like to work in a positive environment. That's very important.
Are there any producers or artists that you're aching to work with?
Yeah, there's a lot of. I love what Olatunji's doing. I find he is a big inspiration because I find everything that he goes on, he sounds good. And his style could actually go internet. He's very international to me. When I hear him in soca, I say, okay, this is an international vibe. Bungie Garland fan, I feel that international vibe. And I feel like soca, it's like time. I feel like soca is on the international scale right now, and people are looking for that melodic, because you can't really beat Trinidadians when it comes to creation and melody. Like we have the carnival here, you can create melody, you have the pan here. So I think this is the music to go to the world, really.
All right, so tell me, back in Canada, by the way, what part of Canada? Toronto, Montreal, Quebec?
Oh my gosh.
Where you based? Or you all over?
I grew up in a lot of schools across Canada, and I think it helped a little bit because I tend to get along with different cultures, like think real fast. But I grew up in a lot of schools. I was born in Toronto, and I grew up in Montreal, Quebec, which is a French place. So I grew up there, and kind of just all over Canada.
So the reason why I asked, so we know, of course, soca is very big in Toronto. A lot of people tend to think it's like the next soca mecca in the world outside of Trinidad and Tobago. You know, you're sure to almost every weekend you're sure to find a soca fete in Toronto. Tell me, like when you're dealing in the hip hop and the R&B world and other artists who may not be too familiar with our music, when they hear that vibe and that you know, how does it rub off on them? Are they like, wow, what's this? Do they want to really? Do they sometimes ask you to bring some of that vibe into their music? You know, that kind of thing.
Well, this is the thing. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people ask me about Canada and the whole Caribbean influence, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that in Canada there's like a big Trinidad culture, and there's a lot of my friends, when I go over to their house, I hear their parents talking real loud, but they're born Canadian, and all my friends have Caribbean parents. So it's like either your parents from Trinidad or your parents are from Jamaica, straight born. So we kind of we don't even, sometimes, especially being African Canadian, we tend to call ourselves, half the time we don't call ourselves Canadian, we call ourselves Trinidadian. And if our parents from Jamaica, we call ourselves Jamaican when people ask us. So now it comes into the culture. Carnival is huge, and when Caravana starts in August, you see all the Trinis come out representing, because we don't. I think a lot of them miss home here, and they only get to visit when they can. So they have the biggest flag they're running out with down the road.
Do you take to the streets, or will you be taking to the streets next Carnival?
Yes.
Playing
I actually have to. I actually have a show with Dr. J, which is the Soca Prince.
Yes, for sure. Big up to Jay.
Big him up. I have a show with him on the 27th of December. So I'm going to fly back out to Canada, do that show, and that's going to be a real nice vibe. And then I'm coming back.
You're coming back.
Yes, I'm coming back. I have to be here.
You come, Mr. Greatest Show, no?
And then you're not leaving. You're staying right
I'll be right through, because I have a lot of shows coming up too. I actually have a show December 5th also. It's International Women's Against Violence Day. That's on December, so I'm going out to show my support for that on December 5th, because I like to be involved in that kind of stuff. I think it's important to contribute when it comes to the kids and the music and just the whole culture in itself and women. I think I consider myself a big representation of women. When I write my lyrics in the studio, I say, listen, okay? When kids come up to me and they say, I love that song, like it, I understand that a lot of the music's for adults, and I'm going to be singing in parties. Right. At the same time, when that little 9-year-old girl is dancing, I don't like to push it too far when it comes to the lyrics.
Understood.
So I try to keep it in the medium. Right. And just write like that. And I think you can enjoy music even though you're talking about other things and just, a little bit of everything.
So, Faye, you gave us Like It, and you were telling us about another song. What else is in the works for you?
Celebrate. Yeah, Celebrate.
Tell us about that one.
Okay, well, this song was written by my dad, actually, so and me as well, and it kind of has a pop influence. It's very international sounding, but it still has that it still has that soca, those soca fundamentals, and I just loving it right now. It's called Celebrate, so you could check that out on YouTube, because we just dropped that about a couple of weeks ago. Right? 2 weeks ago? Man, I'm losing time. I think 2 weeks ago.
For sure, it's going to end up on our YouTube channel, of course, TTRN, along with Like It. And are there more? There's more songs coming. Any collaborations in the works? Because I know when you deal with Mill Beats, the kind of people will be walking through that studio. I can just, and with your voice, I can just see it happening.
Well, I'm looking. I'll let you know. I have to come back and let you know what's going on. Oh, but I'm actually just finished working on something with Class, Neil Dwala. We have a rhythm. I'm going to be on a rhythm in February that's dropping in February, alongside Conscience is on the rhythm, Kess is on the rhythm. So I have something on the rhythm, so that's a little sneak thing that's going to be coming out. It's sounding real hot.
That sounds hot. Everything they put down.
That's all I can say for now.
Everything they put down is fire.
So you're touching the soca. Of course, it is your roots, but you're not afraid to dabble in everything else, from the R&B.
No, I consider music is music.
Music is music, definitely.
I want to do some reggae. I want to do some dancehall. This is actually a dancehall kind of vibe that's coming out in February. Right. So I like to just consider myself music. You have so much different genres.
So outside of Carnival, we can look forward to hearing you all year through.
Yeah, I do a lot of R&B and hip hop. That's on YouTube. I'm actually working here in Trinidad. I'm working on a lot of different projects. Right now I'm working with a producer called Omar. His name's Omar from England. Actually, we're working on some hip hop R&B while I'm here. Because I like I just love the beach here. I love the food. So I find it's very inspiring, the nature. We got a lot of concrete in Canada, so the nature's very inspiring.
Not to mention cold.
Yeah, we got that cold.
How do you deal with that, bro?
I get my goose fur jacket. I don't play around when it comes to my goose fur because that is the only thing that's going to keep me warm.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah.
Faith Antoine, for those out there who are getting familiar with the voice and they want to see the face, give them like because I know you're big on the social media. In this day and age, is important. Tell them where they can find you, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, what have you.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Faith Antoine Official. And then you can find me Faith_Antoine on Twitter and Faith Antoine Official on YouTube.
Well, before you go, Faith, give us a little something live now. Let's hear that. Because you have been compared in one of the articles that they wrote you up on that I was reading on. They compared you to Whitney Houston, that beautiful voice.
I read that too.
So come on, give us a little something.
Voice.
Let's hear.
That is actually a huge compliment. Okay, what should I say?
You want to write this rhythm here? You hearing this rhythm in the background?
No, I'm going to do some acapella.
Acapella? I'm going to drop it low.
I'm scared to turn on these.
All right, sorry.
I want to hear myself. Yeah, you look in my eyes and I get emotional inside. I know it's crazy, but you still can touch my heart. And after all this time, you think that I wouldn't feel the same. Time melts into nothing, but nothing's changed. I still believe someday you and me will find ourselves in love again.
Yeah. Anything after that, them have to pay for it. Anything, only one more than that, you have to call Daddy, link with management, and understand that this is not a joke. It is real. It is very real out here.
Very, very real. Thank you, Faith.
Thank you. Oh, I have to shout out to a couple people. Sorry.
Of course.
I don't want to drag this on forever. I want to shout out to Q Bands, who's actually going to be hooking up a lot of my choreography throughout the carnival season. I have to shout him out. Mill Beats Entertainment, I have to shout them out for all the support. Mark Waith for organizing a lot of my stuff, promotion and so on. So just the whole team, everybody. And just shout out to the fans and the people that are giving me mad support. On Instagram, I see people singing my song on Instagram, singing like it. So I have to actually thank you for all that support. I really appreciate it.
We're going to thank you for passing through. Demolition, give them a touch of the I like it one more time as she makes her exit, and we get ready to continue with another interview. We got Kevin Carter in studio. He's coming up right after this song. You're going to hear all the best, honey, and feel free to continue dropping by. Bring the music, send the music.
Thank you for having me.
We know we'll see you again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bring back some music. I got some music coming.
These voices like hers are the ones you got to get used to, taking our culture to the next level, to the future. Faith Antoine.
And of course, you can find it all on TTRN.
Yeah.
Just go to our YouTube channel, click subscribe, and you can hear more of the beautiful voice from Faith Antoine.
All right.
You know we like it.